To talk about being an atheist and what he discovered when writing his book, God No!
Joining me now, master illusionist and the author of the upcoming book, God No! Signs you may already be an atheist and other magical tales. Penn Jillette is here!
What a festive group.
You're not this is an important point to make. You say that you're not anti-Christianity, you say you're just anti-faith in general. You just sliced the PA open. It's a PA, it doesn't matter. You say that you're anti-faith. Why
well, you know, there's a wonderful quote that just said, faith is all that matters in religion, and faith absolutely is trying to be kept out of science. And one of the things I learned doing our show BS on Showtime was how wonderful American Christians are, especially the fundamentalists and so on. You would get these wonderful letters from people who, after we would do these very strong atheistic shows, these beautiful letters about appreciating our passion and appreciating the marketplace of ideas and all the ideas and thought about it, and then sending us Bibles and proselytizing. And one of the reasons I wrote the book was I was so thrilled and kind of delighted with people caring about me enough to proselytize. I just wanted to enter the marketplace of ideas in my point of view. But I think that the idea of faith, the idea that you're supposed to believe in things that you can't demonstrate to others, it leaves out the rest of the world. I mean, one of the things that's wonderful about a shared reality, proving something to someone else, is if we're having an argument over whether something exists or not, and we follow the ground rules, then we are sharing the world. We are together exploring the world. As soon as I say...
Religion ignores those ground rules?
It ignores those ground rules, because then I can say, I have this faith in my heart. I believe it. I can't prove it to you. I just believe it, which is a really roundabout way to say those two magic words that aren't Merry Christmas. You know, it says drop dead. It says go away. I believe this in my heart and I won't prove it to you. And the wonderful thing about love and humanity and sharing is proving things to each other, the marketplace of ideas, the Jefferson idea.
So now I consider myself an agnostic, which I thought was interesting.
Then you're wrong.
Well, no, well that's what's so interesting. I love this. That it's like atheists love to say, well, you know, it's almost as if you're saying there's proof that a higher being doesn't exist. But
what does the word agnostic mean? What does the Gnostic root mean?
Can someone Google that for me?
Okay. What it means is no. So what you're saying is it's a term that was coined by Thomas Huxley, who was Darwin's pit bull. And he did all the fights for Darwin. And what it is it can't be known. So atheist is you don't believe. And agnostic is you don't know.
Correct.
But those aren't the same terms. Agnostic answers the epistemological question, and atheist answers the theological question. So I ask you, do you believe in God? I have not asked you, do you think it's possible to know whether there's a God or not? If I ask you...
Well, that was the question I would answer. When people ask me my faith, I say I don't believe it's possible to know.
Absolutely.
Right.
And once you don't believe it's possible to know, you are atheist. You're not agnostic. Agnostic is one level, which everybody is. Everybody in the world is agnostic, except for maybe the Pope and me. But everybody else is agnostic.
It's funny. You actually say that you think...
the Pope might be lying.
You also say that people who say they believe typically don't actually believe.
You know, that's the thing. Every time a religious person, there's this expression, there are no atheists in foxholes. There's nothing but atheists in foxholes. If you really believe in God, and He can do anything, and He's watching over you, why would you duck when there are bullets flying? It's His will. Why would you put on seatbelts? Why would you stop at a red light? Everybody lives their life as though they were atheists. And to finish the agnostic thing, if you don't know, you don't believe. Believing is active. When you say I don't believe in God... Is it possible
to believe that you don't know?
Sure, but when you say there's no God, I don't believe in God, when you're saying that, you're not saying it's impossible that there could be a God. You're not saying there might not be evidence tomorrow. You're not saying that you have enough information to make that decision. You're saying right now, I don't believe. So I'm going to ask you, are there 4 sleeping bags in the trunk of your car right now?
3 of them are occupied by dead hookers, yes.
You don't know.
Right.
And if you don't know, you don't believe it.
I guess for me, I say at some point I'm a man of science. I try to fancy myself a man of science. I know three things
You won the
about
Nobel
it.
Prize what year?
1987.
Okay, so
Yeah, it was a long while ago. I'm sure it's been updated.
But you look so cute in the tux. So cute in the tux.
So fitting. But I go like, okay, if at some point I'm supposed to believe fundamentally that there is a God, there's a higher being, there's a power. Maybe it's a bearded dude with sandals. I don't know that. I don't necessarily think that version exists. But if I'm supposed to believe in this Big Bang theory, these gases are swirled around, they smattered into each other. How do those gases get there? At some point, you don't know. You have to believe.
There's the prime mover, and at some point, if you say you do believe in God and God started this all and it wasn't the Big Bang, you have the same problem, just one level back.
Right, exactly. We'll never know.
We'll never know. But while you don't know, and I don't know, what do you believe? What's your default setting?
See, I believe I don't know.
Right, you believe you don't know, and once you say you don't know, you don't believe, you're an atheist.
I think there's a fundamental difference between